Hello again, everyone. Todd Staruch, the Horror Nerd, here at New Jersey HorrorCon and Film Festival at the Showboat Hotel in Atlantic City, New Jersey. And believe it or not, I'm sitting here with Mr. William Katt. William, how are you today? All right, very good. William, so how has the convention been so far for you this weekend?
It's been lovely. Yeah, people are always great. No exception here. They're always just wonderful. The fans are great. You know.
Fantastic. Speaking just as a fan, myself at heart, it's always a thrill for me to get to meet some of my idols that I grew up with. You're certainly one of them.
Thank you.
Does it ever surprise you that the fans are so passionate about Greatest American Hero and House and all these projects that you've worked on after all this time?
Yeah, it's surprising. I mean, when we were doing the shows, we had no idea that it would have such long legs to last into many decades into the future. And but those are the kind of things that you hope to get involved with. And I've been lucky enough to have 2 or 3 or 4 things that seem to have stood the test of time, if you will.
Fantastic. So now, Greatest American Hero. When you were making it, did it occur to you were really making something special? Absolutely not.
No, I look kind of the same.
Absolutely not. Did it occur to you were making something special, or was it just, hey, I scored this gig? And secondly, how much fun was it to work on this show?
We had a lot of fun. It's great to get up in the morning and go to work and laugh all day long. And I got to work with Connie Seliga and Bob Culp, and just 2 wonderful actors, great human beings, and both had wonderful sense of humors. So it was win-win all around.
Fantastic. Growing up in that era and growing up with shows like that, I think TV was just a little bit different back then. It was a little more innocent, a lot of the shows from that era. That's my personal feeling. Everything today just seems so gritty and harsh, and maybe that's just me. How do you feel about that?
I think there's a darker component to most television that I see now, but that's just some of it. Humor has changed. Sitcoms are different now than they were then. Your dramas are different now than they were then. It seems like all the superheroes now have a dark component to it. And when we were doing Hero, it was lighthearted. It had and there was kind of a morality tale to every show. There was a moral to it, which might very well be the same today, but I don't know. Maybe it's different,
It just told a different way, maybe.
Yeah, probably so.
So transitioning now to House, little different. Is horror something you always were interested in, or is it, hey, I'm an actor, I had an audition and I scored this gig and it happens to be a horror movie?
Well, my big break was Carrie, doing the original Carrie with Sissy Spacek and John Travolta and all those wonderful actors, Amy Irving, P.J. Soles, Nancy Allen, Piper Laurie. And it was a seminal film for Brian De Palma.
Sure.
Really put him on the map, although he had been working before. I was lucky enough to be cast in that, and I didn't think much of it. It was just nice to be working for 7 weeks and getting a paycheck. And when I did House, some years later after Greatest American Hero, that was, once again, I felt blessed, lucky to be working with the great Steve Miner, who was largely responsible for the fun of that film. For any of those out there who haven't seen it, it was a comedy horror film, and something that has endured all these years. And people still come up to me and really enjoy having seen that film when they were much younger.
Sure, we horror film fans have our passions, and we hold on to them for a long time.
Yeah. No. The fans are great. I'm so appreciative. I love them coming to visit with me and getting to talk about the favorite parts of those films that they enjoyed. And I can give them some behind the scenes, what was going on at the time. And so it's a lot of fun for me too.
All right. Well, tell the fans, what are you got going on today? Are you working on any current projects? Tell us what you're up to these days.
I'm not doing much right now. You know, my mom passed away about a little over a year.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
So I'm still working on clearing up that estate, as anyone out there knows, to kind of finish an estate. We had a lot of real estate involved with that, so there's a lot of time with attorneys and real estate brokers. And I lost a younger sister 6 months after my mom, so I'm taking care of that as well. You know, she had kids to protect, so I haven't been able to do much of anything for a while. And but you never know what the future brings, you know.
Absolutely. Well, you have my sincere condolences on those losses. I'm sorry about that. But so just, it's kind of an odd segue, but do you find that? But,
do it anyway.
No, but do you find like doing these conventions is sort of a catharsis for that? That it's a sort of an outlet?
Well, there is catharsis to it, you know, and you feel upbeat, and there's an element of performance that goes along with being here and meeting the fans. You know, and in many days, my lines will be long and I won't stop all day, and I like to visit and hear what my fans are doing and tell them what I'm doing, and it's a real nice back and forth that takes place.
That's fantastic. William, thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me. I truly appreciate it. I wish you success in everything you do, and as I knock over everything on your desk, and
everything's ruined.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going home.
And I hope you have a great rest of the weekend here at New Jersey HorrorCon. William Katt, everybody, here at New Jersey HorrorCon and Film Festival, Atlantic City, New Jersey. We'll see you all in the next interview.